Hey everyone, welcome! If you are new to my channel, I am Cassie. If not, welcome back. So glad that you all are here. Let's see who's in here. We've got Laura. Hello, Laura. Thank you, I'm doing well. I hope you are too. Of course, James. Hello, PJB. And Denise. And Mary, who should be headed out on a flight soon. Hi, Carol. Happy Friday. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Mary. Tristan! That's a good question. Why are rugs so expensive? That is a very good question. Hello, Marcy and Natalie. Oh, you are at the airport. I knew it. Okay. And Angela. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. All right. So as I said, we're going to be making a rainbow card, if you read the description at all. And I'm going to be using a Simon Says stamp. It's kind of serendipitous, I guess. If you get their emails, you know that they are having a celebration of 20 years. And so they're offering 20% off all Simon brand products if you use the code. And I do have that link down below if that's something if you want to go shopping. So yes, so let's get started. I have pulled out this stamp set. It is an oldie but a goodie. This one's been around for a little while. I think it came in a kit, I don't know, a good while ago, but I just love the little birds and the flowers. And then I've also got the Modern Embossed A7 layer dies because we're going to be making a 5x7. Hi, Candy. Woohoo! Way to bring the weekend home. And then I have the Avery removable ID labels. I like to use these because they're inexpensive and they work really well for masks. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making some masks. Hello, Christopher. How are you? And we've got some VersaFine Clair. We've got some Distress inks. Let's go ahead and get, I want to do the masking first because we're going to be using the VersaFine Clair and that needs a second to dry, and then we can start working on our background. How's that sound? I went ahead to save a little time. I had already die cut out of some 140-pound watercolor paper. It is a little bit smaller. Here's my card base. I went ahead and did that one as well. So it's going to leave a nice white border around our card. So I'm going to leave that there. Got a couple little things to stamp, and I have some extra watercolor paper. Let's pull out our stamp. We're going to use primarily the flower. These two flowers and then the birds. That's what we're going to do. Hey, Mayhem. What's up, lady? And we'll need our masking paper. So how is everybody this weekend? You guys have big plans? Is the weather nice? Because here it is 70 degrees. Hi, Gina from North Carolina. Okay, so, all right. When you're doing masking, where did I put my... When you're doing masking, you want to start with whatever's going to be in the forefront. So that is what you have to stamp first. So I do want to do something on the inside of my card. And so I am going to put this little guy in here. Let's see, will it fit? And close. It will not. So I'm going to have to do it this way, which is fine. So we're going to do it this way. I feel like I should probably bring in... I have more magnets? I do. I have a couple more magnets. So we'll just bring in a couple of magnets. 64 is pretty good. Nice. Okay. And then I want to do, I think this little bird is going to be in here. So I'm going to stamp him there because I want to do this flower underneath him. So I'm going to have this little guy stamped first. And then I need to mask him. You were going to Rhode Island. Oh, I've got this too high. To see your sister. Oh no, she did test positive. I'm sorry, Tristan. Boo. I was hoping that would not be the case. Bummer. Close to 50, but that won't last long. Never does it? Never does. Beautiful going to be 0. Oh, below 0. Ah. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, I gotta be honest. I forgot it was the Super Bowl this weekend. We are headed out of town. So, and it's not for the Super Bowl. All right, I'm going to stick that down and just stamp it again because it doesn't need to be a perfect stamp. Oh, there we go. It does not need to be perfect for our mask. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and trim him out. Linda Lou, how's it going? Oh, 82 in Los Angeles? Oh my goodness. Natalie, that is warm. Goodbye winter, I guess. Okay, and for your masks, you kind of want to do, if you're new to do anything like this, you want to cut on the, like right on the line, so that you don't get any ghosting when you do stamp. And this is something that this little guy's fairly simple. I just cut his legs right off because I don't care. They're just little legs. 50 in Pittsburgh. Pretty warm here, but super windy. It's been very windy here too, Carol. Not traveling to Alabama to see. Oh. Yep. In Alabama. Well, we love it here in Alabama. Nice and 70. After this, Jim and I get to go grocery shopping so that we can stock the house for our daughter and son-in-law who are going to come and watch the boys while we are gone. 54 in drizzle. Boo. Well, that's true. At least it isn't freezing rain. Hi, Melanie. What's going on? Okay, so I'm going to peel off what we got going on there, and I'm going to stick our little mask down on top. Okay, so he fits perfectly. We're going to get him out of there. Oh, and Miles wants in here so bad, but I know he's going to step on the keyboard if I let him in. Okay, and I'm going to move this just a little bit. And I'm going to try and position the flower so it looks like he's standing on the middle of the flower. He's in Hoover. Okay, I was kind of wondering, Gina. All right. I was wondering. All right, let's make sure that didn't shift at all. Okay, that's good. And so now I can stamp this. And the reason I chose some VersaFine Clair is because it is such a nice crisp black. And I'm actually just going to be doing watercolor pencils over the top. You'll see as we get to it. Okay, and then I know it looks like a weird mess, doesn't it? But that's until you get the mask off. So I may leave the mask there while this dries so that I don't smudge it, but yeah, it looks a little weird. Once I move the mask, it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna leave this over here, and then I need to work on stamping my other piece. And my other piece I am gonna cut out. So let's clean this off. Uh-oh, looks like we have a bot in here. James. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, so once again, since I'm going to use the bird, and I'm going to use this other bird, and it doesn't matter where I stamp it. I just want to make sure that I have plenty of room because I'm using this flower. So we'll just stamp it. I think that'll work. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this little guy down. Hello, Thea. How are you? From the nether. Oh my goodness, it's late there. It is late. Welcome, you little night owl. Okay, so stamp that, and then we need to bring in our mask paper again. I'm just going to use the ink that's already on it because it doesn't matter. And then we'll clean up our little birdie, get him out of here. Yeah, Mary. I think that one was in here another time. James, I think, has the ability to get rid of that. But maybe I don't pay him well enough. I don't know. He's one of my admins, or my admin, I guess. All right, so once again, cutting our mask out. We're going to cut right along. Not worried about his little hair or his feet because those are straight lines that it doesn't matter. And just cutting right on that line. And if you're somebody that, you know, doesn't really enjoy fussy cutting, I suppose masking isn't going to be something that you enjoy doing either. But these are easy enough images, I felt like. I mean, yes, they're kind of small, but... Oh, Natalie, you should try. Yeah. Too afraid to mess things up. No, and you know what, honey, it's just paper. So that is my thing. Like, I know sometimes depending on the kind of paper we use, it can be a little bit expensive, but you just try. I love masking. And sometimes, you know, the thinking through like, okay, where is this going to be placed in conjunction with, you know, like what's going to be in the forefront? Not gone. Okay. Oh, bot gone. Thank you, James. Yeah, so just using your little masks. I'm just going to stick him down right on top. And then we'll peel him out of there and we'll grab the flower we were going to use, which is this one. And again, this one's been well loved. I'm going to have it look like he is standing on the middle of the flower. Okay. And so then I'll ink up the other stamp using the VersaFine Clair. Because this is a textured paper, that's another reason why I chose to use the VersaFine Clair, because it is such a stark black, you know, like just a real crisp black. Okay, so there it is. And then I can let these kind of dry. And then we're going to move on to our background. So while I'm letting that, and I say dry, it's only because this is a pigment ink. That's why I'm saying I gotta let it dry. If it was just any other kind of ink that dries quickly, you could just move right on and not worry about it. Okay, I'm gonna need the stamp set again, so we'll just set that off to the side. All right, closing that up. Let's grab our background piece. So here it is. Like I said, I already die cut it out, and that die gives it a nice little edge. And this is watercolor paper. Mesmerizing. Thanks, Mary. I can cut a mask, nobody's business, but cannot fussy cut to save my life. You know, it is difficult. It does take a little practice, I think, Mayhem. Sometimes like that, trying to make sure that you are just so far away from the line. And then sometimes it seems like when you start cutting, you're like, oh no, I'm too close, I can't stop. Yeah, but you're right. Cutting a mask, easy peasy. The fussy cutting, yeah. And it's just paper theory. You are so right. Okay, so like I said, I want to do a rainbow, but I want to do it with some distress inks and a piece of acetate or packaging. Just old packaging will work as well. So what I'm going to do is I've got my water bottle here, and I'm just going to put some ink on. You can't, here, I'll put it over here on the white side so you can see it. I'm just putting that down. I'm going to spritz that a little bit. And you can kind of mess with the sides if you want, if you want it to look a little bit more organic. I'm going to pick that up, and then I'm going to pounce it down on my paper. And then I'm going to let that dry. Fussy cutting queen. That's because honestly, dyes are expensive. And as much as I'd love to have all the dyes, and maybe someday if money were no object, I'd have all the dyes, you got to fussy cut a little, I guess. Easier to cut a mask, I think, because the paper is thinner. Fussy cutting, yes. And if it's on thicker paper, I agree with you. It can be a little bit more difficult for sure. You don't fussy cut, Carol? Yeah. It is not for everybody. Okay, so I'm just going to dry in between. And then what I have left on here, I'm actually going to just stick down. It's going to add this texture to it that I love. So check that out. We got a little bit of something going on there. I'm going to clean off my acetate. And using this water is like I'm gluing it. You love to mask and fussy cut. Getting better every day. Good for you, Thea. It's not for everybody. All right, we're moving on to some wild honey. I'm just going to do the same thing with the wild honey. Spritz it a couple times. Ugh. It's acting like glue. Stuck down to the glass mat. And I'm going to kind of overlap these a little bit, and it'll make different colors, and it's kind of the point. That's fun. Okay. And I have to dry in between because that's where I get most of that texture. If you just go wet on wet, it's all going to blend together. Scan and cut. I know, everybody loves their scan and cut. You always think of you and you have to fussy cut. Candy, that makes me smile. Well, hopefully you don't have to fussy cut too much, especially if you have the scan and cut. I know, Mayhem, I have heard. Everybody loves their scan and cut. I don't know if I can talk Jim into letting me have, or James into letting me have another machine. Okay, so I'll wipe that off. Now we're going to bring in some squeezed lemonade. It's a nice light yellow. I'll tell you, I hem-hawed around about the colors today. I was like, do I want to go more jewel tones? Wasn't sure, so let's spray that one. Hey, that came up a little easier. And then I'm coming in this way. We're going to go up a little. And I'm probably making a mess over here with my fingers. So far, so good. I kind of like it. I may have to drag some of that color over here a little bit. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to have to do. There we go. Hey, Don! I try not to, but sometimes with sentiments. Oh, that's true. Yes, James, the scan and cut. Everybody loves their scan and cut. It is, I guess it's like a Cricut, but this one will scan what you have to cut and cut around it, and then you can... And you're not late, Don. Hello, welcome. Okay, now we're going to bring in some crushed olive. I tell you what, I could probably use some reinkers for some of these. Maybe it'd just be cheaper to get the new little pads, because I've had these pads forever. I don't know. Okay, and then we're going to start winding our way around. I like using the acetate because I feel like it gives me a little more control, if that makes sense. I'll drag some of that out. Yeah. I have had a scan and cut for over a year now and still scared to use it. Oh, see, now that sounds like what I would do. I feel like I'd be a little scared to use it, Angela. You only buy dyes when you have to or in the sale or clearance. Yeah. Maybe want to scan and cut except computers don't like me. Well, they don't always like me either. This is why I have an IT guy, because they don't always like me either, Pam. Hello, Melissa from Alaska. It is fancy, James. You don't have to use a computer unless you want to create your own or use an S. Oh, okay. Sounds like something I may have to learn. Why you do this to me? James is probably like, why are you doing this to me? Okay. Next color, we're going to bring in some Peacock Feathers. I love this color. It's so pretty. Okay. Hi, Terry from New Hampshire. You'd love a scan and cut. Yeah, right. You know, I just want all the crafty things. I want it all. Was that too much to ask? I guess so. Okay. That's kind of a mess. That's okay. And acetate lets you see where the colors are exactly, Yvonne. This is why. Maybe you can get it for your 15,000 subscriber gift. I got a ways to go. That might be a couple of years, the way I'm growing. Okay, I have to pay attention to boarding. Have a great weekend. Bye, Mary. Enjoy your trip. I'll be thinking about you. Okay. I love that. And I may just have to go over it with a few more of these colors again, just because. Spritz that with some more. Over in Maine. You're the neighbor. Everybody loves the neighbors. Okay, there we go. All right, happy with that. So, but I am going to have to dry that again. And then we're going to bring in one last color, the Seedless Preserves. Let her have it. Let her have it all. Oh, you know what? He's not going to let me do these lives anymore. You've heard that even the older versions are good if you only want to use it as your electronic scissors. Oh, Natalie might be onto something, girl. Okay, that might be worth looking at Craigslist or something. I do have Nouveau Shimmer. I have... Okay, I have 2 Nuvo shimmer powders. That's all I have. I love them. You know what, Thea? Now that makes me want to pull those out. Maybe that's going to be a future live. I like that thought. Okay, and then we'll bring in our seedless preserves because we need a little purple to round it out. Been really into the purple lately. Okay. And I'm just rounding. It almost makes it look like the way I've got this set up that my rainbow is going to be sitting like this, but it isn't. It isn't. We're doing something else. Yeah, I have a couple of color bursts though. Those came in a kit, I think. I have 6 color bursts and I have 2 Nuvo shimmer powders. I need to just put it out there like what y'all would like to see. I want to see what y'all would like to see, or you know, that way we can, because today, like, thinking about trying to pack, my mom's like, are you packed yet? I'm like, no, I still have laundry to do. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to go over it again. I like it. I think I like it. What do you guys think? Look, oh, other than the light shining in. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're done with the acetate. That is my little acetate that I use whenever I want to do this technique. And I think we're done with those colors for now. So we're just going to let this off to the side. I may hit it up with a heat tool on the back because it's a little bit warped. Unfortunately, we're working with water, so that's just how it is. All right, now let's peel off our masks. I'm going to try to, ooh, see? You got that little bird just sitting right on there. I am so sorry about the light. That's annoying. Carol, thank you. Here's the start of your Scan and Cut fund. Or you can just buy a pizza. Carol, thank you. That was really, really sweet of you. Thank you so much. You don't want to make a mess, Natalie. I understand that too. Sometimes that's why. Y'all are so sweet. Thanks, Carol. They do give a lot of sparkle, Thea. I like them. Okay, I'm actually also going to keep these masks. So because they're, you know, only used once, I'm just going to stick it right over the top of the bird that I used it on. And then I'll peel this one away. That really was sweet of you. Okay. And then I'll peel this little guy back. It is good to see some sunlight, you're right. I just wish it wasn't right in the middle of my... Okay, so look, he's all masked and nice. Oh my gosh. Anyway, okay. I should be grateful. I should be grateful. And if you're in Alaska, which we have somebody in here from Alaska, they're probably like, sunlight. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit of coloring. And I'm actually... Yep. I told you, Natalie, it's fun. It really, and you know, you just try. It's just fun to try, and you can mask all kinds of things. What I want to do is I really want to leave the flower mostly gray, like white and a little bit of gray, maybe with a little bit of black. And the bird is going to be red. And I'm going to bring in my Prismacolor pencils. So we're going to do some easy coloring. But it's going to take a little bit of time. You haven't tried masking, Carol? Oh, that surprises me. You got to try it. You got to try it. Okay, so I've got a couple colors. I've got poppy red, and then I have a crimson red. Yeah, now it really is a lot of fun. It can be, and the reason I chose watercolor paper is because I wanted the texture. And then you don't really need a lot of colors of colored pencil. You can get by with just a couple for each one, simply because you build up the layers of color by getting darker and darker. That's really how it's done. So, and I know y'all see me do, Yvonne, thank you. Oh my goodness. Scan and Cutter Pizza Fund. Y'all are so kind. Thank you. All right, I guess it's going in that fund. I'm going to start looking on like Craigslist and stuff. I'll see if I can find one. Your sister lives in Alaska, Carol? Oh, they've had a lot of snow. Yeah, I hear that a lot of folks. So we're headed up to Kansas City area, right outside in a town called Leavenworth for this next week. You all are so sweet. And I I don't know. I haven't checked the forecast. I hope it doesn't snow, but just because we have to drive in it. All right, and then I'm going to build up that color a little bit. Ooh, I'm covering that with darkness here. Just trying to add color where I think, you know, the shading and the shadowing would be. But you do want to start with a light hand to start. I'll either end up with a scan and cut or tired of pizza. It's going towards a scan and cut. That's what it's doing. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all are too sweet. Okay. And I do like the Prismacolor. I also have the Arteza brand, and I think those are really nice too. A lot of great colors and a little bit more affordable than the Prismacolors. So now I'm just kind of blending out that color a little bit so it isn't so textured looking, and then I'll bring in my darker color. You did on Facebook Marketplace? Oh, that's another place to check. Yeah. You guys are funny. So you don't want to start off too heavy too quickly, because then you get some wax buildup and then you really just can't change the color. And then it just is what it is, you know. You're not going to be able to get it any darker or blend it out too much. So people always ask as far as the shadowing and shading goes, and I really don't ever have a rhyme or reason where I put it seems. So okay. That's right, Laura. Good memory. It is in April. Okay, and then we're going to get this little guy. We're going to do him the same. I guess I'll just move him out the way, and we'll bring him back in. Very good memory, Laura. Hi, Kim. How are you doing? Are you off work now? Okay. And this side, because I'm doing this, I actually made my base out of watercolor cardstock. So, oh, you're not that late. Don't worry. We did do a watercolor background using Distress inks. And then we did some masking. So, but this side, as I was saying, I used watercolor paper to make my base, but the inside of the card is less textured. And it is cold press watercolor paper, I believe. So just going very light-handed. And then I'm going to come in a little darker in some areas. I may have gone too dark to begin with. So that is my one issue, it seems. Oh, Terry. Y'all are way too kind. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Terry. Do you blend the stamp with Gamsol? Okay, Thea. Yes, you can do that. I'm not going to do that today. Just because I honestly didn't think about it. That's going to be my reason. I didn't really think about it, but yes, I do like that look as well. Terry, thank you. You should give me a fist bump. Oh, Kim, congratulations on 1,000. That's awesome. So are you going to be able to monetize soon? Silently watching from the back row. Baking chicken and roasting beets. Ooh, done. There you go. What's for dinner, everybody? We are probably going to have a casserole. We've got some leftovers, and since we have to go do a little grocery shopping to make sure that the house is stocked for the kiddos watching the boys. Oh my gosh, thank you, Stephanie. I'm going to have that before we're done here. My goodness, y'all. Holy cow. I'll be dead. I probably will be. I'm going to have to. Oh my gosh, you guys are so kind. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much. That's so sweet. Can I come over for pizza? Y'all should come over for pizza. We should have a pizza party. That sounds good to me. I like it. Or a scan and cut party. That's what we'll do. Okay, so you guys are sweet. I forgot about his beak. I do need a yellow. So I'm just going to grab out a little yellow that I have. I'm not going to blend out anything on that one. Yeah, you can see the difference. So this is the inside of the watercolor paper, and this is the outside, and you can see how different, oops, doggone that light, and textured this one is compared to this one. I think I almost like the non-textured one a little bit better. Okay, and now for the flower. The flower I wanted to keep it mostly like whites and grays. And the reason for that is because of the rainbow on the front. You can be there in like 2 hours. That's right, Kim, you can. I am blushing. Can you see it? I'm all warm. Maybe 3. Kim, we should plan something. That would be fun. I would love that. Okay, so going in really light. I'm going to try to leave a lot of white space. Just kind of following the lines. And can you see me doing that? Yes, okay. And these are just, I've got 3 different, I have a black and 2 grays. I really am blushing. I can't believe that, y'all. That's so sweet. So sweet. So what is everybody doing this weekend? I mean, I'm obviously going to be shopping for a scan and cut. Is everybody watching the Super Bowl, or is that kind of like a meh? Okay, good. I'm glad you can see it. All right, we're almost. Just one more petal. Okay, now I'm going to come in with this darker gray. You'll be watching the Super Bowl on Sunday. All right. I think we'll probably be watching it, I assume, from the hotel room. You know, it's killing us, hotel room, when we'd rather be camping, but it is what it is. It's a work thing for him, so he can't bring it. And we are just itching to go camping. Oh, watching the Olympics, doing some crafting. Might try to figure out how to watch the Puppy Bowl. Yeah, Tristan, I'd be all over the Puppy Bowl. Alabama is one of the states I've yet to visit. By the time I make it there, you'll probably be somewhere. We're coming back, Pam. We're definitely coming back. We love it here so much. In fact, it's where we met Tristan. Getting together with high school friends for a quick reunion before our 40th How fun! Oh my gosh, that's great. That sounds like so much fun. Did you grow up in a small town or a big town, or? It just sounds like fun. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking though. That's looking, watching the Super Bowl and crafting. You've got a quilt on the machine to get quilted. All right, Laura. Praise. My mom has been working on her quilting. She says it's slower than it ever used to be, but I am so grateful that she's able to do that. So just praising for that. That's awesome. Okay, and then I'm going to add a little bit of black in there. And then I'll blend that out. His little feet are getting lost in there. You're not going anywhere. Okay. Yeah, his little feet got lost. That's okay. I kind of like where that is headed. I'm going to leave that. Not going to watch the Super Bowl, no reason, since the commercials will be on YouTube. Oh, that's right. I didn't realize that, Pam. But now we do. So there you go. Thank you, Mick. I appreciate that. Okay, and so now we'll go in here, and then I'll show you afterwards the difference. I like to do, like I said, I like the watercolor paper. You know, honestly, I'll color on anything. Ask my mom. I'm sure I did color on anything and everything, but loved coloring. Okay. go. I can't believe I forgot about Gamsel. Graduated with a little over 900. That's a lot, Terry. Wow. Come on over. Let's do it. All right. And then this one. And this is just the inside of the card. So, I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, but I do like it. I know the flower looks a little somber since it's, but the point is to keep it kind of the focus on the rainbow. That's really, only watching halftime, Hubs will watch the whole thing. I don't know if we'll be meeting up with anybody that my husband works with, just because, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let me show you how those two look next to each other. So on this one, I actually really like the texture on the flower. Very different and interesting. I like it. Okay, so we're not totally done with that because we'll need sentiments. So I'm going to leave this out. And then this, I'm going to fussy cut. Thanks, Mary. But need to pull out those colors. I actually may be taking my colored pencils with me. Or my watercolors. I never know which one I'm going to take. Maybe I'll take both. They don't take up a lot of time or a lot of space. So maybe we'll do that. Next time I'll have to do the scan and cut. I think I'd have to do a lot of research on how to use it. But y'all are experts. So I suppose if I have any questions... Okay, and I find that especially with heavier watercolor cardstock, it's just easier to cut it out first, just like around it, so I'm not working with the whole gambit of paper. And then we'll start fussy cutting. I actually thought you could do like what the scan and cut does. You could do that with the Cricut, but I don't believe you can. Okay. And I have found, though, when you are fussy cutting, that I really like these Tim Holtz scissors. I've been buying them for other things, too, around the house. I use these little Tim Holtz scissors. I have another pair I use just for cutting my nail strips. You like the textured one, Carol? Oh, you can't see the cutting. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Thank you, James. Because I guess I do need to zoom out of here. There we go. All right, so that's the only one I'm cutting out. Let's zoom out. Ooh, don't want to see all that mess. Okay. All right, so this is where it's going to go. I'm just going to have that flower kind of sitting on there. Is there a stem? There is a stem. Maybe I should add that, like, off to the side. What do y'all think? Oh, you know what, though? I did bring in, I have some washi tape. Sad not to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. He's really good. Okay, what are your top crafts to pack to take on a trip? Oh, that's a great question, Natalie. I honestly, it's funny, I was talking to my mom today about it. I love dabbling in all of it. Like, I love all of it. I like to color. I love, obviously, paper crafting is my number one thing. But I like sewing. I'm not great at it. I like sewing. I like embroidery. I love cross stitch. I love felt. I love it all. So there is a special mat for the silhouette that does the same as the scan and cut. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Got another bot. Okay, and so what I was thinking, instead of maybe this, you want a stem, James? Because I was thinking I would put the washi tape. This washi tape actually is from Cricut. It's a glitter washi tape, and I was just going to stick it down. And I maybe even use this one, and then the flower can kind of set on top of it. Sorry, James. Not going with what you said. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then we'll just wrap this around. I don't want to go too far in there. Cover up too much of that. Sorry, James. Is that straight? It does not look straight. There we go. Looks straighter. And then our sentiment can be in there as well, I think. Maybe, do I need another piece of washi tape? We all have lots of washi tape, right? Remember the washi tape craze? Okay, I am going to do some more. I like this one too. I think this one came from HAI Supply. That's a great place to get washi and embellishments. I don't have either of these linked down below because I figured everybody had plenty of washi. Sorry, James. Thanks, Natalie. Okay. And then my sentiment. So the sentiment I think I want to use is look for the rainbows. And I'm going to heat emboss that on some Pearblossom Press sentiment stock. I love this stuff so much. That's pretty much all I've been using recently. Okay, let's get our embossing powder out. We are going a little longer than I normally like to go, but I've been having fun hanging out with y'all, and y'all are so awesome. Okay, there we go. Everything is in the oven. Oh, thanks, Dawn. We want to come over and make me dinner now? Well, I guess I could have either a pizza fund or my scan and cut, but I think I'm going to go with scan and cut. I love crafty things. Isn't it fun, Dawn? So you're not a fan of washi, can't make it do what others can do with it. I love how it looks though. I like it too. Sometimes I think it depends on the washi that you have. I've got some washis that I bought. They came in like planner kits and things, and they don't stick to anything. Like I have to use glue with it. And I thought, well, that just completely defeats the purpose. But I think some of them I'm kind of like, I like these ones. I think these ones are okay. I like the ones from HAI Supply. Okay, stamp that down, cover that with some detail embossing powder. Did you? What do you think, Mayhem? You like it? Hey, Star. Okay. Well, let me tell you a little bit about it. Let me just get this done. Okay, so the sentiment stock, it comes in 12 sheets like this, and I only use it for heat embossing my sentiments. It's good for gel pens. It is 110. It is white core though, so as you cut it, you could see white if you want it. I mean, not that I want to, but you could use a marker over it. It has never bothered me. But this stuff is so great. It is so smooth. Like, it is not like regular black cardstock. It's so smooth that I really like it. Use it on the back of your envelopes. Oh. Yeah, for your washi, yeah. Got into card making after the big washi craze. Yeah, I like the embossing tool. I think it's pretty cool. I've been using it now since I got it, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I don't get my hands all... No way! You got the magic iris. I'm so proud of you. What do you think? Have you gotten a chance to play with it yet? Probably not, since you maybe just recently bought it. Let's see here. Haven't opened it yet. All right. Hi, Melissa. That is okay. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down. I think I didn't get it very straight on there to start. Anyway, I really love this sentiment stock. It's just so smooth that whenever you stamp on it, it just stamps so great. Okay, and then I'm going to do... I may save this little piece for another thing. And then we'll just kind of play around with that and see how that's going to look on there. So we'll do... Maybe that'll go nicely over the top like that. I don't want my bird to be all crooked. Or bring it in. Could be behind the bird, the flower. I don't know if I like that either. So this is made by Tailored Expressions. It's really new, and I really just wanted to try it because I've been using the powder bags, and I think those are great, but they do make a mess all over in my where I store them, and I just really thought this is nice. I know the Rabbit Hole Designs has something, and it has a brush top, but this was different because it almost reminds me of like a makeup sponge, and so you're not going to get any fraying or anything like that. And so far, I've used it every day since I got it. I like it. It is out of stock. Bummer. Okay, as of today, when I looked, it looked like it was still in, but maybe it's not. Do I ink smush? I did ink smush. Yes, ma'am, I sure did. Mad at me if I still have not used. No, of course I'm not going to be mad. No way. And you will, because actually I've been thinking I want to do another video doing lights. I mean, obviously I'm going to make lots of videos with lights, but I thought about doing a live with one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Can't decide on that. Maybe we'll just have him just up there. Maybe that could be down below. Oh, wait. I like that. It is pretty low, though. I don't think I mind that. Or would it have been better to be up here? Hello. Hello. Looks... Thanks, Mars. Oh, boy. That's too far down, I think. And I shouldn't have trimmed that. But that's okay. What we're going to do... What size? It's a 5x7. I think I'm just going to... We're going to freehand it here. And I'm committed now, so... All right. I'm going to glue this down. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. Thank you, Candy. Thanks, Thea. Thanks, Mars. Going to shut down the office. I'll be here, but thank you for crafting live today. Oh, have a great weekend, Candy. Thanks for hanging out. I love it when y'all come in. It does. It really, I say it every week, but you just don't know. I feel like this does more for me than it does for y'all. Okay, and then this little, we're going to pop up on some foam squares. You liked it below? Actually, I really liked it below too, Natalie. I probably should have just done that. I probably should have just done that. That's okay. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I think I link probably at 90% of what I use down in the description box. Sometimes I don't think ahead about some things, and so it just is what it is, but okay. And that's okay if it sticks over just a little bit because we are going to have some, and then I'm just going to flip this over and trim that off. Yeah, down below probably would have been better, but it is. You like the pop of color? All right. So now I wanted to put some sentiments on the inside of my card as well. So let's grab that out. And I wanted to put, I think, thinking of you. You are on my mind. Or maybe I'll just do thinking of you. How about that? Okay. I'm so glad that y'all like it. Sometimes, you know, I'm like, oh, you never know. I honestly had something else in my mind about what I was going to make today. And then I got in here today. I'd had it as of yesterday, but then I got in here today and was like, no, I think I want to do something else. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Terry. Dawn. Yep, that static tool is out of stock. Well, darn it. Okay, well, I'll keep trying to link it for y'all, and I'll keep you posted as to when it does get stocked in, if it's something y'all are interested in. I always, you know, static tools are static tools, but I do like the idea that this one isn't going to get my hands all weird. Okay, and instead of popping it up on foam tape, I'm just going to glue it down. Yes, it is very nice. Strathmore is good. I love the Bristol. Okay. You like it above, balances it out. I think it probably couldn't go wrong either way, honestly. Okay. And I didn't bring out any jewels, but I think jewels would be good. What do we got? Oh, those would be pretty. Those are the unicorn tears. All right. Sorry about that, y'all, because I didn't think about it ahead of time. We're going to do that. I would love that paper. Yeah, I do have Bristol Smooth, and actually, I just haven't used it in a hot minute. You know, all these fun things all the time, and I always forget. Nina. Better than Nina? Yeah. Okay, we're just going to add a few just because. I mean, why not? I know I'm keeping y'all way later, but I love spending time with you guys. Okay, and then you can watch me all struggle with how I put these on. As I always say, this part's hard for me, but I do like it. All right, and we'll put this big one up here, and we'll put maybe a big one and a smaller one down here too. How about that? Okay. So let's do that. And I would love to give this card away to somebody. So everybody that has commented, I know there are people here that don't necessarily like to comment, and that's okay. But for those of you that comment, because then I can actually see your names, I would love to give this one away. So I'm going to do my best to get a picture taken and posted tomorrow with the winner. So that way I can have this sent out before I even leave. How does that sound? So if you've commented, you have a chance. And look in my community page section, and I'm going to try to be better about posting on the Facebook page with these things too. Thanks, Tristan. Thank you, Carol. Thea. Thanks, Kim. Thank you, Mary. I like the bling too. Nina's getting hard to find. Yeah. You won't be here. I know we will not be here next week. And I'm going to try to be here the following week, but that's when James comes home. He comes home on the 25th. So, depending on when his flight comes in, that will be dependent upon whether or not I can actually be on or not. You have dinner dishes and folded a load of clothes, so didn't keep me. Oh, Laura, girl, you're on it. Nice. Thanks, Nessa. Yeah, so go ahead and comment if y'all want to win the card. But there it is. Oh, I like how that turned out. I actually was going to do splatter, but I like the bling. I think splatter bling would have been fine either way. Oh, that was a fun one. Oh, I just loved hanging out with y'all. I can't view the community tab from my iPad. Okay, Carol, you know what? I'm going to do my best to, I'll put it on Instagram, and I'll do the Facebook page. Does that work too? And Carol, if you are the winner, I have your address, so I may just send it to you. It'll be a little surprise then if you do win. I deserve some pizza. Thank you all. I hope you all have an amazing Valentine's Day, great weekend. Thank you, Thea. I appreciate it. Y'all are fabulous. I love you guys. And thank you all for y'all that contributed to my scan and cut fun. I'm flustered. I'm like, have you ever known me to not have words? When you do your next live, hopefully it's a demo of your new scan and cut machine. Well, I'm well on my way. That is for sure. You all are fantastic. Sorry, Melissa. Yeah. I do appreciate though when y'all leave a little comment and whatnot. So I'm going to leave you with this because I've kept you really long. Thank you so much for the safe travel hopes and things like that. And maybe I'll be able to do some posts or something like that while we're there in Kansas. I definitely have things planned. There's going to be some things on my channel, but none of it will be live. But I love y'all. Go be amazingly creative like I know that you are, and know how loved you are. And I will see you soon. All right, everybody. Bye.